This is the closest I'll ever get to an X Factor audition. So do we all love the X Factor?
Woo!
Yes. Right. Okay. The thing I really like about the X Factor actually is the sob story. So you've got Ant and Dec backstage, and they're there, and it's like, next up we've got Cheryl from Belfast, and she's had a particularly bad time. Well, when I was 10, my dad sent me out to buy some fags, and my arms just fell off. What the fuck has that got to do with singing? Wouldn't it be nice if once someone just went on there and said, yeah, I've had quite a nice childhood, sort of played in the garden a little bit, ate some hummus, did well at school, went to uni. So why do you want to win the X Factor? Well, I'm pretty good at singing and I can't be asked to work hard. Which brings me nicely on to strong cheese. So when you go to the office the next day, you say, fucking hell, I had a weird dream last night, and someone goes, oh, you shouldn't eat so much strong cheese. Right. If that was true, wouldn't that make cheese a hallucinogen, and therefore shouldn't it be a controlled substance? Like, you can just imagine sort of back in the day, rave scene Manchester, just, yo, mate, fucking hell, I had a grand night last night. Oh yeah, I was it, yeah mate, did some fucking parmesan, I wasn't it? It went absolutely dead sound. And so you're walking down Clapham High Street, and instead of being offered Charlie, you're offered cheddar. Which brings me nicely onto the world of recruitment. Apparently that's quite de rigueur amongst people my age at the moment, so it's pretty tough out there. You come out of uni, you can't find a job. And in a cruel, ironic twist, you go, I know, I'll get a job at finding other people's jobs. But the thing that really worries me about recruitment, and I've got a couple of friends that do this, some of whom are here tonight actually, is that they've all been promised stock and that these companies are going to float. So I'm thinking, I'm going to look in the FT one day and be looking down and go, yeah, Barclays, they're still fucked. British Gas, they'll put their prices up, they'll be okay. Fuck me, Job Centre PLC are doing alright. Which brings me conveniently on to nursery rhymes. Specifically, Georgie Porgy. I want to break this down a little bit. So you've got the first line, which is Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie. Right, that sounds like some sort of intro from a business meeting. So you can just imagine it sort of, hi, my name's Georgie Porgy, Pudding and Pie Incorporated. Nice to meet you. And then you've got the second line, which is kiss the girls and made them cry. That sounds like a sexual assault, which is not really great material for a kid's nursery rhyme. But that brings me nicely on to recent obsession with cooking shows, specifically MasterChef, right? So you've got that John Turode and Greg Wallace, and I've got a bit of a soft spot for Greg Wallace, because let's be fair, he's got the best job in the world for a fat man. What do you do? I'm a fat man, I eat food on telly, and I talk about eating food on telly. And he comes out with crackers like, oh, I do love a pud. You're thinking, yeah, no shit. But the thing I really like about MasterChef actually is the bullshit labelling of the food, coupled with that weird woman, narrator, who sounds like she needs a shit all the time. So it's stuff like, next up is David, and he'll be cooking some tomato-infused legumes, served on a bed of baked sourdough. Right, to you and me, that is fucking beans on toast. Which brings me nicely on to the middle classes. So I grew up in the suburbs, so I like to think I know a little bit about the middle classes, right? Specifically the middle classes in the suburbs like to think they're country folk, but they're not. And yet they still drive around in monstrous Range Rovers, which are fucking designed for taking on German tanks, when really the hardest terrain they're going to take on is the A3 on a shitty October day. But it's got to the point where Balham mummy will turn up to Sainsbury's and matey in the car park will say, you're right darling, would you like that wash? You must be fucking joking me, have you seen how long it's taken me to get it this wash it off. Which brings me nicely on to the BBC show Country Fire, which, by the way, sounds like the term you give to someone that touches up squirrels. You can imagine it now. Oh, did you hear about Farmer Ted? Oh, no, the dirty country farmer. Apparently he got caught in A&E with hedgehog spines where they're just not supposed to be. But the thing I really like about Country Fire actually is how much John Cravens gets stitched up. So you've got the hot blonde one, who in our house we like to call Fitty middle class. So she's always doing something awesome, like, I don't know, today we're going to be making and drinking our own gin in a monastery. When John Cravens, the poor fucker, is out, looking at the plight of the heroin-addicted fox. Which, ladies and gentlemen, brings me on to my final subject tonight, which are the hipster areas of London. So my brother lives in North London, and he told me recently that some poor fucker got killed in Camden when he got struck by a William Hill sign. But that's not funny. But when you think about it, going to Camden is actually much like gambling, with your self-respect. So I tried to go to Camden once, and I got stopped on the border, and they said, "Sorry, mate, you can't come in." I said, "Why?" They said, "Your trousers fit too well." I thought, "Well, fuck that." So I tried to go to Shoreditch. I had a very similar experience. Tried to go to a bar, got stopped by the doorman. He said, "Sorry, mate, I need to ask you a couple of questions about your spectacles." I went, "All right." He goes, "Are they prescription?" I said, "Yeah, of course they are. I wouldn't be able to see." He went, "Sorry, mate, you're not cool enough." Sorry. So I thought, bollocks, and I retreated to the Bedford in Balham to be with my kind of people. You guys have been great. I'm a Ryan Brown.